morning students. In the last class we have started with our third topic of physics, that is motion in a straight line, right? So in a motion in a straight line we have discussed what do you mean by motion, what do you mean by rest, what is the study of this motion and rest is called as. Then next after that we have discussed some of the definitions to define whether the body is moving fast or whether it is moving slow. To describe that we have some terms like what do you mean by distance, displacement. We have did comparison between the distance and displacement. So in comparison of distance and displacement, what you can write, you can mention the definition, that is distance is what? It is the actual path covered by the body. Displacement is what? It is the shortest distance between the initial point and the final point. Then distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. We have already discussed what is the difference between scalar and vector quantities. We have seen examples also for that. Then next the dimension formula for distance is L raised to 1, m raised to 0, t raised to 0, and for displacement also same it is m raised to 0, L raised to 1, t raised to 0. Then after that we know that distance is always positive. Distance covered by the body we always take it as positive, but displacement of the body we take it as positive, negative, either positive, negative, or sometimes it is 0 also. So I told you some examples, like if the body is moving in a circular path, then the displacement of the body is 0 here, but the distance is 2 pi r. These points we have discussed. Then after that we have defined speed. So what is speed here? Based on distance covered by the body and the time taken for that we can define speed. So speed is nothing but it is rate of change of distance, or in the given interval of time what is the distance covered by the body, the ratio of that is called as what? Speed of a body. Then speed is a scalar quantity, it is always positive, and the unit of speed is meter per second. So these all points we have discussed. Then regarding velocity also we have discussed in the last class. So before that we have seen what are the types of your speed. So we have uniform speed, non-uniform speed, average speed. Average speed is nothing but what? Total distance covered by the body divided by total time taken. Then instantaneous speed. What is instantaneous speed? In that particular interval of time, what is the distance covered by the body, that is known as what? Instantaneous speed. Then we have discussed velocity also. What is velocity? The rate of change of displacement of the body is known as what? Velocity. So I told you the velocity can also be defined or divided into 4 types, like the speed, uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, instantaneous velocity, and average velocity. So instead of distance, if you replace the word by displacement, you can define all the 4 types. Right. So today I will send you the notes of all these things. You just copy down this. That is topic 3, motion in a straight line. Okay. So today we are going to discuss, that is what do you mean by acceleration. Right. So let us discuss acceleration concept today. Okay. I hope you don't have any doubt regarding the first part whatever we have discussed so far. So next we have acceleration. What do you mean by acceleration here? Acceleration is nothing but, here it is, suppose if a body is moving, if the vehicle is moving with the initial velocity u, and it will travel some time in the time interval of t, and it will reach the final velocity v. What I have taken here, u is your initial velocity, v is your final velocity, t is the time taken. Okay, so in this time the velocity of the body changes from u to v. Always you remember, we denote the initial velocity by u and the final velocity by v. Final velocity in the sense, at the end of the journey what is the velocity of the body. For example, if you are going for the trip or if you are going somewhere, initially whatever the speed will be there, at the end as you travel, as the time increases, your speed or the distance, speed or velocity will also vary here. So what I am taking, initial velocity as u and final velocity as v in the time interval of t. Then acceleration is defined as, rate of change of velocity. What I am saying here, rate of change. So means the quantity is changing with respect to time, then it is called as what? Rate of change. Then it is called as rate of change. So what is change? Change in velocity. So suppose initial value is 5 and the final value is 10. So change in this number. How you take change in this number? Change is nothing but what? Final minus initial. Correct? So here change in velocity. Initial velocity is u, final velocity is v. Therefore this change in velocity I will write it as what? V minus u. So this is what? This is your acceleration. So acceleration is defined as rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity is known as what? Acceleration. This acceleration is denoted by the letter A. This acceleration is denoted by the letter A here. So rate of change of velocity is known as what? Acceleration denoted by A. Then let us see what is the unit of this acceleration. See, as you know that your velocity is expressed as what? Meter per second. I hope you remember. Velocity is expressed as meter per second. Then divided by time is there. Time is measured in terms of second again. So this is equal to meter per second. This, yes, if it goes to the numerator, this becomes again minus 1. So this is nothing but what? Meter per second square. This can be written as meter per second square, or you can also write it as m/s/2. That is meter per second square. Is it clear? So this is the unit of your acceleration. Velocity is written as meter per second and acceleration is written as meter per second square. So this acceleration is as it depends on the factor velocity. Velocity is a vector quantity. Therefore, this acceleration is also a vector quantity. This is also a vector quantity. Vector quantity in the sense direction and magnitude both matters here. Direction and magnitude both matters. Therefore, it is called as what? Vector quantity. Then what is the dimension formula of this? Let us see what is the dimension formula, how you can write. This is velocity. For velocity it is m raised to 0, l raised to 1, t raised to minus 1. Then divided by time is there, therefore this is time. So if you simplify this factor, what you are going to get? See this. This is nothing but m raised to 0, l raised to 1, t raised to minus 2. So this is the dimension formula here. That is m raised to 0, l raised to 1, t raised to minus 2 is the dimension formula for acceleration. So just remember all these points whatever I have written on the board. That is, what is the formula? V minus u divided by t. Suppose if I tell you a body is moving with the initial velocity 2 meter per second in the time interval of 5 seconds and reaches to the velocity 10 meter per second. What is the acceleration? How you will do the acceleration calculation? That is nothing but this is your final velocity, so 10 minus this is your initial velocity, 10 minus 2 divided by time is what? 5 here. So just simplify, you will get the acceleration of the body and it is expressed as what? Meter per second square. Are you getting my point? So very simple it is. Just once you see acceleration formula, it's a unit, its dimension formula and it is a vector quantity. So these 4 points you should remember. Okay. So sometimes if you do the calculation answer you may get it negative. When you will get it negative answer? When your initial velocity is more than the final velocity. Suppose this is 12 and this is 10. What will be the answer? Answer you will get it as minus 2. So what it is called as negative acceleration. That negative acceleration is called as retardation. Negative acceleration is called as what? Retardation. So what is retardation here? Retardation is nothing but it is the negative acceleration. Negative acceleration is known as retardation of the body. Is it clear? So this is acceleration, its formula, unit, dimension formula and what do you mean by retardation. Retardation in the sense it is negative acceleration is called as retardation. So sometimes they will ask you calculate the retardation of the body. Retardation मतलब क्या करते हो? Same formula use करते हो आप लोग. V minus u divided by t only we are going to use, right? So same formula you minus sign, that minus sign indicates the body is deaccelerating or body is retarding here. Is it clear? So this is regarding the acceleration concept. Then next, let us see graphs. Okay. So till now whatever we have discussed, it is for 2 mark or 3 mark, the comparison between speed and velocity or distance and displacement. So just you can remember that. So difference between them, it will make up for 3 mark. Okay. Then next we have, that is distance time graph, displacement time graph. So this is again 2 mark question. In exam minimum 2 questions will be there, means nature of graph they will ask. For example, uniform velocity. Show the nature of the graph. The body is moving with uniform velocity. Non-uniform velocity. Then constant time, constant velocity. So like that the question will be asked. I'll tell you all the graphs how you are going to get it. Then it is not necessary that you need to draw it on the graph paper. Book में भी कर सकते हो. Whatever your exam paper will be there, in that only you will do it. You are not going to take the help of graph paper here. Okay. So here let us see first one, that is distance time graph. So first one we have so what is distance time graph here? Distance time graph in the sense, so this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Already you have studied this one in your school. So x-axis, here we have y-axis. Along x-axis we always take time. Along x-axis we always take time here, and along y-axis we consider distance, because we are studying here distance time graph. Therefore, along x-axis I am taking time and along y-axis I am taking distance covered by the body. Suppose if I am taking velocity time graph, that time distance, time will be along x-axis, velocity along y-axis. So many times whatever variables will be there, that we represent it on the y-axis. Is it clear? So here we have some nature of graph. What I take a graph which is passing through the origin. This we call it as what? Origin. Means starting point. मतलब time भी 0 है, distance भी 0 है. Initially, before starting the journey. So time is also 0, distance is also 0. What I am taking? I am just taking a straight line. What is the meaning of the straight line? Means the nature of the motion is uniform. Uniform मतलब क्या हो रहा है? Distance और time same interval पे change हो रहा है. There is no variation in the change of time and distance covered by the body. Constant है, दोनों ऐसे simultaneously change हो रहा है. For example, 1 meter distance in 1 second. Second meter, second second. Means here whatever time and distance covered by the body is there, same ratio they are maintaining. That is the meaning, that is we are getting a straight line. Whenever the nature of the graph is a straight line, it means that it is a uniform motion. It is a uniform motion. So understand this properly. Uniform motion means what? Distance and time will be equal here. Okay. So here as you are seeing, it is a straight line. I don't know if you have studied or no, that is equation of straight line. When you come for the live class, that time we will see. Here just I will tell you what is that equation of straight line. Okay. So equation of a straight line is written as, equation of a straight line we take it as y is equal to mx plus c. I don't know if you have studied this or no. Just I will explain you. Highlight point here. Y is equal to mx plus c. What is y? That is y coordinate is represented by y here. What is x? That is x coordinate, means x component whatever we are taking, that is x. What is m and c? That is main concept here. C is what here? C is the intercept. C is called as intercept. What is intercept? Do you know? See here your graph is, your straight line is coinciding or एक straight line किधर जा रहा है देखो 0 पे है. So intercept value is 0. Sometimes I don't know if you have seen this or no. Sometimes if you see some nature gap or the difference between the origin and your graph, that is the straight line, that is known as what? Intercept. So this gap we call it as intercept. So suppose here some graph will be there, like this it will be there. मतलब इधर से इधर जो है gap है, इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Intercept. It is called as x intercept. पहले जो दिखाया था वो y intercept था. पता चल रहा है सबको? मतलब इधर जो gap created है between your origin and the straight line, that is called as intercept. Here this is x intercept because x axis पे है. ऐसे वाला है तो क्या बोलते हैं उसको? हम y intercept बोलते हैं क्योंकि वो y axis पे है. But what is your nature of graph in this one? Here it is 0 because your straight line is passing through the origin. Therefore, intercept c is equal to we have 0, right? So therefore, what we are taking equation of straight line in mathematics. Actually, we will study this equation of straight line is given by y is equal to mx plus c. What is c here? C is intercept. Its value is 0. So therefore, what you will get? You will get it as y is equal to m into x. Right? You will get it as y is equal to m into x, which is equal to, I want m value. M value is written as m को इधर ही रखो, y divided by x. This is y divided by x. So m is what? This m is called as slope. C is called as intercept. M is called as slope. So this slope can be written as y divided by x. So now you just see what is your y-axis. Your y-axis represents it is distance covered by the body, right? It is distance covered by the body divided by what is your x-axis. Your x-axis is denoting time. Your x-axis is denoting time. This is equal to what is distance covered by the body divided by time is called as the rate of change of distance is nothing but what? Speed of the body. It is nothing but what? Speed of the body. Is it right? So this is how you can calculate the speed of a body by using slope of distance time graph. Am I clear? I repeat the sentence. You can calculate the speed of a body by using the slope of distance time graph. Correct? So here you have distance time graph, therefore you are getting speed. A formula constant है. Slope is equal to y divided by x. मतलब y axis divided by x axis. This is constant formula. In the given graph, what we have, जो graph दिया है इसमें हमने distance है इधर. Distance divided by time is called as what? It is speed. Distance divided by time is called as speed. Suppose if I take here displacement, then the equation becomes what? Displacement divided by time. What is displacement divided by time? That is nothing but velocity. So what you can conclude from all this, that is, suppose the graph is distance versus time, you can calculate speed of a body by using slope of this graph. If you have displacement time graph, by using slope, you can calculate velocity of the body. If you have velocity time graph, what is velocity? Rate of change of velocity is called as what? Acceleration. So if you have velocity time graph, you will get here acceleration. So the conclusion of this summary is today's class, what is that? The slope of distance time graph will give you speed. The slope of displacement time graph will give you velocity. The slope of velocity time graph will give you acceleration. These 3 points are important for 1 mark question, or for your competitive exam like CET and all, you will get such type of question. What is the slope of distance time graph? Dash. Speed is the answer. What is the slope of displacement time graph? Dash. Velocity. What is the slope of, that is velocity time graph? It is acceleration. So like this we have few more graphs that we will discuss in the next class. Whenever we will discuss, means in the tomorrow class we will discuss the other types of graph and what is the area under this graph. We have discussed here slope. Let us discuss what is the area under this kind of graph. Is it clear, students? So go through the video. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the tomorrow's class. And today I will try to forward you the notes of this one. You just copy on this. Okay. Thank you everyone.